Hi everyone, thank you for coming to Bice tonight, and I really appreciate that all these families been here, and we're gonna have fun. And I have Michael from Southern Wine that he's gonna come on and explain to you guys details about the wines that we're gonna be drinking tonight.
Who doesn't love Jose? Come on, we love this guy, don't we? Yes, yes. In the distributor world, you have to call in a lot of different places. Hello there. And to come in here every day or once a week when I see him and his fresh face, and he's always excited to see me, and then he steps away and he's excited to see every single guest that comes in here. He treats all of us like family. So thank you so much, Jose, for all of that. We appreciate it. Tonight's dinner I'm very excited to enjoy. I looked over the menu and it sounds delicious. The wines I had a chance to select with Jose and speak with the chef about why we paired them. And I was fortunate enough to work with a couple of my colleagues from Chateau Ste. Michelle Wine Estates. So they will actually be speaking, both Shannon and Joe, or Shannon or Joe, however it rolls. That's how these things roll. And they'll be telling us a little bit specifically about each brand and each course and why we selected it, and a little bit about the wine itself. But before we get into that, maybe we'll have a quick toast. So I love this toast. It's don't ever lie, cheat, steal, or drink. However, if you must lie, it's okay. Lie about your age. If you must cheat, it's okay. You can, what can you cheat on? You can cheat death is what you can cheat. If you must steal, steal a kiss. And if you must drink, start off drinking bubbles. So cheers to everyone in the room and enjoy. All right. All right.
Antinori family, 26 generations. 26 generations of winemaking. That's a long freaking time. 600 years. And it's a privilege. They are the second largest landowner in all of Italy. When you go to Italy, it is Antinori. It is phenomenal to see the presence that they have all over this beautiful country. And it's a privilege that we're importing them and representing them across the country. So most of the wines tonight are from the Antinori family. However, we wanted to showcase our partnership with the Antinori family. We have a few wineries like Stag's Leap Wine Cellars in Napa, Col Solari, which is a top wine from Pacific Northwest in the Red Mountain area. And so we wanted to show our partnership. So we included one of our wines from Chateau Ste. Michelle, which I believe is your second course, right? The Horse Heaven Hills Sauvignon Blanc. So I'll talk a little bit more about it. The first wine that you're trying is a Prosecco called Col de Salice. It is, now what separates this Prosecco and what makes it special, it's vintage dated. Okay? Does everybody know what vintage is? Yes? No? Yes. This is interactive. Yes. So it's coming from that particular vintage, 2011. So that really separates itself from a lot of different Proseccos on the marketplace. Okay? Comes from a DOCG, Valdoviadene, which is a pretty new DOCG from 2009. It's extra dry, which means, believe it or not, has a little bit more residual sugar than a Brut style. So the Brut style would be actually drier, and it moves up the scale to extra dry. Okay, so you're going to get a little bit of sweetness, just a hint in the palate. So, but really should be nice to kind of awaken your palate and kind of get this dinner going. You're in the Columbia Valley, and you're getting a little bit more specific, which is the Horse Heaven Hills. The name derives from, they believe that they're like these mythical horses that actually roam the area. They love being out there. It's a little cooler climate, so they actually named it Horse Heaven Hills. Okay, so it's a AVA within that area. So this is, yes, Sauvignon Blanc. There's about 5% Semillon blended into this. Okay, if you smell the aromas, I really get a nice white grape, sort of a white, fresh white grape juice. You almost smell. I love this wine because of that aromatic. It sees a little bit of oak age. About a third of the wine is blended. A third of the wine is actually aged into French oak for about 3 months. The remaining wine is aged in stainless steel. Will give a very nice freshness to it, liveliness to it, and it's just a fantastic summertime wine. Everyone's talking, so that means I have to stop. Enjoy your course. Talk to you later. Thank you very much. I know you will. Okay. Enjoy, please.
To start, I did a mixed seafood salad. Second course, I did a ravioli with butternut squash ravioli with butter and sage and poppy seeds. On the third course, I did branzino with mixed baby vegetable.
Oh, nice.
Fourth course is ossobuco with Milanese style with saffron risotto.
Ah.
For the end is a Savaglione, Marsala Savaglione with mixed berries and crumble amaretto cookies.
The next wine we're hopefully enjoying already, which I've seen some of you. This is Marchesi Antinori. So Marchesi Antinori, this is named obviously after the Marchesi, Piero Antinori. And what's special about this wine, it's a Chianti Classico Reserva. So Chianti Classico Reserva, does everyone know what grape is used in Chianti Classico? This wine does have a little bit of Merlot blended into it. Okay? Usually from vintage to vintage, 5 to 7%, pretty minimal. Okay? What's unique about this wine too is that it shares, there are 3 different estates, well there's more estates, but 3 specific estates in the Antinori that they source Sangiovese from. One is Badia Pazignano, which is a Abbey, phenomenal Chianti Classico single vineyard cru that they actually source Sangiovese from. The Tignanello vineyard. So I've heard some of you saying, why aren't you featuring Tignanello this evening? Well, we want to keep it affordable, to be honest with you. But who knows, one of these days I may crack open some Tignanello for us for surprises. And lastly, the Pepoli vineyard. Some of you may have heard of Pepoli, Pepoli wine. Pepoli is a single vineyard estate that they own, that they source Sangiovese from. So you're basically getting 33% from each vineyard and blended into this wine. So this is obviously Marchesi's, Piero Antinori's house wine. This is his choice that he drinks. I want everyone to taste the wine by itself and then taste it with food. You know, Italian wine, especially Sangiovese and Chianti Classico, it transforms when you're eating. I mean, it's so different from just trying it on its own and then having a little bit of food with it. The wine transforms. So hopefully you realize that tonight. I'll be back around. Enjoy. Bon appetit. This wine is from Santa Cristina. It is Trebbiano and Malvasia, which are the 2 grapes that are in this wine. And you know, the color, if you look at it, this wine is kept in oak barrels. And basically, the whole process of making this, it's literally baked in the sun. So it becomes oxidized. It develops these secondary, you know, aromas. A lot of residual sugar, if you can taste it there too. And it almost has like this, I get this marshmallow quality. I don't call it quality, but this taste sort of in the finish of it. You get this almost like tawny port type characteristics to it. And you know, it's pretty reasonably inexpensive. It's higher alcohol. It's 17%, so a little bit higher. So this will give you a little bit more bang for your buck as far as because usually they're served in 500 milliliters with this wine. So it really pairs up very well with the Zabillon. I mean, this is it's like a sweet hollandaise, which I absolutely love Zabillon. So hopefully you enjoy the pairing. I really appreciate everyone's attention this evening. I know it's got a little out of hand, but it's a good thing. We're hopefully enjoying ourselves. Appreciate everyone's support at Bice Restaurant as well. Jose, thank you very much. You know, I appreciate the attentiveness, you know, your attention. Please always keep in the back of your mind Antinori family, Antinori Wines, Chateau Saint Michel, whenever you're dining or out retail, or if you're at Richard's shop too, right, Richard? Nice little plug. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Be safe. It was a pleasure serving you all this evening. So, thank you.
Again, thank you everybody for being here with this nice parade.
How is everybody? It's been a pleasure.
I want to thank everybody for being here tonight and make this successful night for Bice. And I want to thank Chef Elmer tonight. And obviously I want to thank big guy for Michael from Southern Wine. And thank you to you, Neil. And I will see you the next one.
See you the next one, right?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
It's been an honor.